So my guests and I bring you messages to establish what you need to know in the present. And also, I like working with angels and the calmness they bring. Now, in a moment, I will introduce you to my wonderful guest, Beloved. But before that, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching this show live or at a later date, as it means a lot to me to connect with like-minded women. Now, if you've never met before, then my name is Ray, and I love to help women to crossroads in their life, heal their past, create their future, and transform the present, so they can take charge of their destiny in the here and now. I'm the founder of Radiant Angel Energy, and I use future life progression, past life regression, angelic Reiki, angel oracle cards, guided meditation, and hypnosis to help women who feel lost get clear on their reason for being here. And I've also created several transformational packages, a journey through lifetimes, as well as a 6-week guided meditation series to help you take charge of your destiny. Now, each episode of the show covers various themes to your journey, a mini guided meditation or angel card reading with the wisdom of my wonderful guests, like today's guest, Beloved, about how we can create our most delicious life. Now, our own Beloved has been helping women like you awaken and create deliciously abundant lives for more than 30 years, long before The Secret or Law of Attraction became mainstream. Now, working in partnership with her primary guide, Archangel Ariel, the angel of prosperity, abundance, and nature. Now, after a husband of many years left this planet, Beloved started on a journey that has led her to create her own delicious life by traveling, leading workshops and events, becoming an artist, a writer. Her third book was released last year, as well as a musician who enjoys deep and abiding loves. Now, using coaching, soul codes, angel oracle cards, tarot ceremony, channeling, light language, sound, art, books, and so much more, Beloved has connected with many beings of light and love who assist her in empowering you to live your most abundant, fun-filled, full life, full of unconditional love. Now, with testimonials such as Spirit brought Beloved into my life almost 10 years ago. At our first meeting, she guided me on my spiritual journey by gently offering insight into what I was experiencing with auras. As time went on, I was touched by the teachings of Ariel, and my spiritual horizon was forever changed. I no longer looked at the realm as three-dimensional. And I remember the first time I heard Beloved's crystal bowls and her toning. The vibration, the sound, the energy of the bowls, and the intuitive way Beloved is letting them sing is simply beautiful, and I'd never experienced anything like it. And Beloved is a quintessential mystic. She is both ethereal and centered. An author and musician with a special relationship with the angelic realm, she channels guidance and communes with galactic beings, angels, fairies, and dolphins. A crystal bowl master, she can bring you to tears with the haunting sounds and vibration that emanate from beneath her fingers, touching your soul. As a participant in her classes, retreats, or personal consultation, you are treated to a space of joy, non-judgment, acceptance, playfulness, and compassion. So without further delay, hello, Beloved, and welcome to the Angels and Destiny Show. How are you today?
Wow, I'm listening to that and I'm thinking, oh, this woman must be pretty neat. Where in the world did you find all that? That's humbling. That's humbling. Thank you so much for having me here.
Oh, you're welcome. So before we get into this fascinating conversation, I want to remind you that not only can you share this video, but you can also ask questions, leave comments and thoughts, as both Beloved and I want to be part of this conversation, so please do not be shy. So Beloved, why don't you tell us more about your journey and how we can create our most delicious life to bring joy and abundance into it?
Oh my gosh. My whole life has been about joy. And I've just lived a charmed life. It's been absolutely delightful. And it's funny, when I was a kid, my parents thought I was a hypochondriac because I would have symptoms of things. I've never been sick, really, but I would have symptoms. And it wasn't until I was 18 years old and home on a break from the university, I was asleep in bed at night, and someone close to my parents had been quite ill with the stroke in the hospital. And I woke up in the middle of the night, and I was going through these hard symptoms. I felt like I was going to die. And then all of a sudden I knew that I was going to be fine. And I knew it was their friend. That was the first time that I knew that it wasn't me. And it was the first time that I understood that I had, that I did healing work. So there was that. And then as a kid, I was always so nutty, did a lot of dream work, a lot of reading candles, things like that. My mother used to say, "Where did you come from? You know, where did you come from?" But I never even thought about angels. I never thought about angels. So that happened a little bit later. It was so nice. My mother-in-law came to visit, and she arrived. She used to stay in the hotel and come to, I'm in Florida right now, and she would come for the winter to get out of the cold. And she came down one winter, and we lived on the beach. And we got a phone call from ICU that my mother-in-law was there, and she'd had a major heart attack, and she's fine. She was absolutely fine. They did bypasses. But my husband and I would take turns coming to visit her and staying with her in the hotel. And when she totally recovered, she took a strand of crystals out. Oh, they're over there on that altar. And she said, "You know, when I came to Florida this time, I went to the bank, I went to the vault, and I brought these. I don't know why. I've never worn them. I bought them in an antique shop years ago, but I think they're for you." So she gave them to me, and I knew it was really special. I took them into a friend that owned a shop, and I said, "Here, tell me about these." And she closed her eyes and she opened them and she said, "What do you know about angels?" And I said, "Nothing. You know, I believe we all have a guardian angel, and I know that angels are another order of being, that we don't die and become angels, but I don't know." And she closed her eyes and she said, "The angels have returned these to you. These were yours in another time, and they are protection for you, so keep them with you." So that was the beginning of angels for me. I've always had a really, really strong daily practice: meditate, yoga, journaling. I've always done that. And I was a long time yoga teacher, Qigong teacher, all of that, meditation teacher. I had a clinical practice in clinical hypnotherapy for years and years and years. My husband and I did a lot of things together. We co-taught at the university, philosophy, religion, and we did radio together, like call-in talk shows. We did it together. And I was also the engineer. It was really fun playing with all that stuff. And my husband left planet unexpectedly between semesters on a 3-week break. And there I was, just me. I had begun working with the angels, but now not only was he my partner, but professionally we were tied together. So I quit everything. I closed my practice. I quit teaching all of my private students. I quit teaching at all the studios I was teaching in. I said, I just need time to see who I am and what my life will look like. All of our kids were grown, married. It's the first time I'd ever been alone in my entire life, because I went, from my parents' home to university, to marriage, to children, to being alone. And I realized what was the tie for me, what the thread was my daily practice. And by then, I had met Ariel. Archangel Ariel is the angel of prosperity, abundance, nature, intuition, and a bit of magic. And I actually met Ariel for the first time in a workshop that my sister-in-law gifted me. It was um, a Michael Wiley, I think, workshop, Ask Your Angels. I hadn't read the book, didn't know anything about it. I had my crystals by then, but I didn't know anything else. So I go to this workshop, and during one of the exercises, Ariel came in. It was really, really powerful, really powerful. And I have learned when I hear things 3 times, I'm pretty stubborn. Like in the beginning, I at 4:30 in the morning, I heard get up and go to the window. I said, yeah, I'm not getting up and going to any window. Get up and go to the window. I said, I'm not getting up and going to any window. The third time I got up, I went to the window. I looked out, it was nothing. I went back to bed. A couple of nights later, get up and go to the computer. I said, are you crazy? I'm not getting up and going to any computer. The third time I got up, I go to the computer. I'm half asleep. They say, turn it on. I turn it on. Put your keys on your hands on the keyboard. I put my hands on the keyboard. And all of a sudden it started. And that was when Ariel and I really, really began our work together. They would just give me stuff, give me stuff, give me stuff. So since my husband left planet and I've been working with Ariel, like you said in the beginning, everything has opened up. I travel the world by myself. I mean, I go off to China, climb mountains. I walked the plank. Do you know what that is? It's a board about this big on the outside of Mount Washan, on the outside, like 6,000 feet up.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's been such a glorious, 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 glorious time. Did my own radio shows for a long time, became an artist, and started doing all of the angel work and teaching all of the abundance, because life is meant to be abundant. I mean, think about it. We're not this. We just chose to come in and have a life on Earth, because Earth is one of the few planets that we can experience deliciousness in a physical body. Like we can experience tastes. We can experience textures. You know, I mean, just feel like today I'm wearing this, it's chilly here, right? So I have on this little sweater. It's fun. But textures, taste, we can share our bodies and know the intimacy of merging, having sacred union with another being. We can exercise, we can move, we can run, we can walk, we can dance. All the things that we need these bodies to do. But for some reason, when we come in, so many of us forget.
Yeah.
We forget who we are. And we forget that we're supposed to live beautiful, abundant lives of vibrant health and blissful love and joy and play. I am such a playgirl. I even call my workshops play shops, you know?
Yeah.
So we were meant to do that. That's who we are. And working with the angels, working with Ariel, has been so beautiful at being able to take people into their knowing who they are. They're remembering. And we do it through angel moon manifesting, so that we're still cosmic beings,
Yeah.
you know. We're not earthlings. We like to say, oh yeah, I'm an earthling. No,
Earthling,
no,
yeah.
no. Not only are we divine, but we're water beings, right? And we're crystal. And we run the two sacred cosmic grids through our bodies. You know, they come in through Gaia, Mother Earth, and that's the sacred water grid, which is our fluids. And I work with the waters. I've been working with the waters for 10 years, and they transmit codes. They are activating. The waters activate us, and we activate the waters. We share a spiritual DNA. And the other cosmic code, the other grid, is the sacred crystal grid. And we run that through our bones. So we are crystal, we are water. We are magnificent, magnificent beings, you know, divine beings. And we're connected to all the other realms. Only some of us, some part of us is in here. So it's about being joyful. It's about enjoying the yumminess. It's about enjoying the deliciousness and understanding that we are masterful co-creators. And when we understand that, and when we work with the angels and we come into energetic coherence with the cosmic energies, with the lunar energies, it's all there for us.
Yeah,
You
it
know?
it's so amazing. I mean, just listening to you talking, you know, it's like you can literally see the light coming off you, you know, and you're just and you just you just look so glowing and healthy, and
Oh my
it's like,
gosh.
wow, you know, and that's working with angels. That's enjoying life, you know, being who you want to be, you know. And
Yeah,
Malik here has said happy Valentine's Day to us.
I
um,
know.
I know, isn't that beautiful? And Mary says evening all, which is lovely. And don't forget, if you're watching, you know, please do say hello. If you've got any questions or anything, you know, then please feel free to ask. And you never know, we might be able to persuade Beloved to actually do something, number code for us or something.
Ooh.
Like that
I
might.
would love that. I would love that.
So, how do you? I mean, I mean, you do so much. You've learned so much over the years. You know, it's just absolutely amazing. You know, when you're working with clients, how do you kind of like know what to use with them?
I trust, you know, first of all, we connect soul to soul. They call in their angels, their guides. I call in mine. Ariel's there. And we see what comes up and what's needed, you know, because there's so many different tools. Like you have so many tools in your toolbox, you know, but certain things will resonate with certain clients. You know, sometimes it's using the voice, sometimes it's singing, it's toning, it's, you know, playing bowls. But you know, when you're in that space with another being and you are in that soul space, it unfolds. It just unfolds, whatever it is supposed to be. And sometimes people will think that we're setting up a reading or a soul chart, doing soul codes. Yeah, but when we get together, something totally different can happen because it's being in the moment And it's whatever is needed in the moment that will, that will help someone take the next step.
Yeah. Yeah, it truly is. Yeah, when I've
Yeah.
had people come to me, say for past life, we've actually gone future life, or future life we've gone past life, or we've done angelic Reiki. We've done something completely different because that's what that's what's happened to, that's what we've been guided to do at the time, because we have no
Exactly.
control over it. So as you said, you got told 3 times, go and do something. and,
That's,
and they do.
that's it.
They're very gentle.
Yeah.
They're very gentle beings, but they can be really insistent.
Oh, they are so insistent with me. When Ariel first came in and we started writing, they end everything with um, end transmission. We are complete, end transmission. And I remember saying, yeah, you sound like a dang Trekkie. You want to tell me you're an angel? And then one day I asked them, I said, so what's the difference between ETs and angels? And they looked at me and said, what difference? Right? What difference is there?
Yeah,
You know, it's y'all that give us um, a, a form. You're the ones that give us names, so we can relate. So that's how we come. But it was, oh my God. I would do sessions, and afterwards Ariel would say, why didn't you say our words? And I would say, I didn't understand. They said, oh, you understood. You didn't know what it meant, and you didn't want to be wrong. And it was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, well, maybe that's true. Maybe that's true. They do take, angels are not, in my experience, and everything I say, of course, is from my own experience. One thing I learned early on, and I've been doing this work for 40 plus years, I've been doing spiritual teachings in one form or another since my 20s. So I could say 50 years, but shh, I didn't
right.
say that.
You didn't say
Um,
that, and
I
looking
didn't.
at you, you would know.
I
You
didn't
would
say
know
that.
definitely.
but but when you when you are here and you're doing the work, I get taken to task a lot. I mean, a lot. Because my hardest thing, I don't know if this is true for you, and I don't know about those of you that are watching, and I would like to know this, because my biggest thing, my biggest hurdle was trust. That was so big for me. How do I trust? I've worked with the fairy realm my whole life. I've worked with galactics my whole life. I hadn't worked with angels. So how do I trust the messages that I'm getting? And early on, they asked me to give up everything else that I did and do everything through angels. And at that point, I was doing pipe ceremonies, um, moon ceremonies. I mean, I was doing so much. And I said, everything? You want me to give up everything I know? They said, we're inviting you to. It's your choice. And of course, I did. And once I committed, it's just been incredible. And they only want good for people. They only want each of us to live the most joyful and abundant life and to manifest our dreams. Here's the thing. None of these guides and teachers that we have from the unseen realms, whether it's angels, and I know you know this, whether it's angels, galactic brothers and sisters, um, fairy realm, ascended masters, none of them, because we chose to incarnate on a planet with free will, none of them can guide us unless we ask. And that's one thing that so many people aren't aware of. Like I invite people every morning when you get up, when you're coming back from dream time and you're back in your body and you're back in this realm, I invite you, when you open your eyes, to say, good morning. Thank you, everyone. I'm so happy to be back. And I am consciously connecting to my angels, my guides, my teachers from the unseen realms. Please play with me, guide me, partner with me. I am open to receive. And that's it. Like every morning, I have an altar by my door. And every morning, I stand there. I reconnect to everyone. I light my candle, my sage. I smudge my door so anyone that walks through that front door comes with an open and loving heart, that they receive whatever they need, that they're beautifully pleasant, happy. It's such a small thing to do, but it's all about energetic alignment. And I believe, and what Ariel has taught me, is being in energetic alignment if you want to create and manifest. Which is one reason that sometimes law of attraction doesn't work for people. We cannot, okay, think of it this way. If I have a thought, it goes out and it connects to another thought that's of like vibration. And it grows. And then it gathers more. And if I speak it, I always invite people to say things out loud because we give it life, right?
Yeah.
Well, when we do that, that goes out and collects like vibration. These things are real.